How to decoct Chinese medicinal herbs. Today I'm going to show you the proper way to decoct traditional Chinese herbal medicine. Decoction is made by boiling herbs in water to extract its active compound. It's like brewing a very strong tea. It is the most common way to consume traditional Chinese herbal medicine. First, make sure you have everything you need. You will need Chinese herbal medicine, usually comes in individual package. You will need a decoction pot. Ideally, they should be made from clay or glass, some kind of inert material. But if you don't have it, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can use a regular pot. You need water, a strainer, and a bowl for collection. Read your instructions carefully. Usually, the different kind of herbs will require different decoction method. For example, for fragrant herbs, you want to soak it a little bit longer and cook it a little bit shorter so you don't overcook it. Otherwise, you're going to lose the volatile compound. Some herbs are very difficult to extract and you will need to cook them for a long period of time. Today, I'm going to use my own herb, for example. It is a typical tonic herbs. I'm going to use the standard 3 cups to 1 cup method and soak it for 30 minutes, boil it for 30 minutes, and do it twice. For other kind of herbs, I will put them in different videos. After you have read your instructions and understand them, it's time to put your herbs into the pot. You will need to add enough water to cover your herbs. Usually that is 3 Chinese rice bowl of water. 1 rice bowl is about 200 milliliter, or roughly 6 ounces, and it's close to about 1 cup. Here, I have 500 milliliter of water. I'm going to add that to cover my herbs. Everyone's herb package is different. So sometimes you will have to use more water and sometimes you will have to use less water. Also, the herbs are different in absorbing water. So you have to practice a couple of times to get it perfect. But don't worry, if you follow the guideline, you're going to be fine. After you put herbs and water in the pot, do not start immediately. Soaking is an important part of the process. When you soak herbs in water, you are performing a cold extraction. It allows the active compound to come out at a low temperature. So it reduces the overall cook time and reduce the loss of volatile compound. Also, you need to let the water penetrate into the herbs before you start boiling. Some herbs contain a lot of starch. If you heat it up too quickly before the water penetrates the herb, a lot of the active compound will be trapped inside. Therefore, it's generally better to soak the herbs longer. On your instruction, there is a minimal soak time. You are welcome to soak them longer. 1 hour, 2 hours, up to 10 hours is recommended. After you have soaked your herbs, it's time to bring it to a boil. You want to bring it quickly to a boil with high heat. That way you won't have to boil it for a long time. After it reaches a vigorous rolling boil, you want to reduce the heat and keep it at a gentle rolling boil. You want to keep a boiling temperature because some herbs require boiling temperature to activate. Follow the instruction on how long you will have to simmer. Cooking too long or cooking too short are not ideal. Simmering time is the most important factor in the process. As you boil the water, it evaporates and the decoction becomes more and more concentrated. After reaching certain concentration, the active ingredient will no longer be released. Therefore, there's no additional benefit to cook your herbs longer than necessary. Today, I'm going to cook my herbs for 30 minutes. If you are not using a clay pot at home, I suggest you leave a gap on the cover. That way the water can boil off. After the decoction is finished, pour it into a collection bowl. Use a strainer if necessary. You only need the liquid part of the decoction. The first brew usually extracts 60% of the active ingredient. So on your instruction, it might ask you to repeat the process. If you are repeating the decoction process, you need to add fresh water to the cooked herbs again. Because the herbs are already soaked and wet, the second time you usually start with less water. The second brew usually yield another 30% of the active ingredient. Because the first brew is stronger and the second brew is weaker, you want to pour them together so they are the same strength. The decoction now is ready to drink. If you are instructed to finish them within 24 hours, you do not need to refrigerate it. But if you were instructed to finish them over several days, you will have to refrigerate it and reheat the portion you are ready to consume. The decoction can last in the refrigerator up to a week. So this is how you typically decoct traditional Chinese herbal medicine. There are many exceptions to the rules. For example, if you're cooking fragrant herbs, some herbs require you to have a second process where you mix in other materials. If you are interested to know more, please comment and let me know, and I will make them in future videos. Thank you for watching.